Hello, and welcome to We the Village, produced by Ron Hall, and I'm your host, Sharonda Allen. So today, we are here with the illustrious Maritza Brown. Welcome to We the Village.
Thank you so much. It's such a privilege to be here. I'm extremely proud of the work that you're doing.
Thank you, thank you. I had to bring you on. I know you have a lot of events and activities going on, but before we get started with that, because I know you, but the audience doesn't know you yet, and I want them to know who you are so that they can understand the importance of the work that Maritza Brown does. So first and foremost, what is your educational background?
Okay, so by education and career, I majored in management, but migrated in my last semester to computer science.
Okay.
And the reason I migrated to computer science is that's where the money was at the time. And the pay, as far as I was concerned, for a graduate was under what I would have made as a trainee in computer science. So I went for the money at the time.
Right, so where did you go for undergrad?
So my undergrad, I went to Bernard Baruch College in Manhattan.
Okay, Baruch, okay.
So that's where I graduated from. And
Nice.
I was blessed because I was also employed with JP Morgan.
Nice.
And so it was easy for me to get that position as a trainee in computer science.
Right.
So I joined their training program and quickly migrated through the ranks and got promoted many times to vice president. And then continued in computer science, continued in technology, building solutions, mostly technology own use solutions or chargeback systems. So
Right.
these MIPS and everything has a cost tied to it.
Nice.
So I was responsible for allocating it back to the businesses.
That sounds very tedious.
It was exciting.
I love it, I love it.
It was exciting. It was a learning experience, and it's because of some of the skills and the systems that I supported
Yes.
that built the passion that I have for financial literacy.
Excellent, because I'm into financial literacy as well, and I think that is a major vehicle for our progress as a people. So tell me, before we get into the real deep stuff, what are some of your hobbies? What do you do for fun? Because
You really want to know all that stuff? It's
yes,
so much.
because first of all, I know you as a supreme, super duper worker bee. And I love it because I'm a worker bee too.
You are.
But you are the ultimate worker bee, and you pull everything together so beautifully. But before we get into
So let's
that,
say before financial literacy.
before financial
Okay?
literacy,
So
what do you
before
do
financial
when all that
literacy,
is down?
For fun, let's say for fun,
Yes.
I always made sure that I had my spa day, and when I was in corporate, I could afford to do it once a week.
Nice.
So minimum once a month.
Okay.
Vacations is a must.
Excellent.
So quality of life is very important.
Yes, it is.
Because if no matter what you do, you have to do you as well. And doing you has to be priority.
Yes.
Because without that balance, you will not be able to accomplish everything else in the manner in which you would like to accomplish it. So I don't know what it's like to have one job. So
Me either.
even when I was at corporate, I had a business. I had a club
Nice.
in East Orange
Oh, nice.
called Zante's.
Oh, that was yours.
That was me.
I didn't know that was you.
Yes, that was me. See what you didn't know? So you asked
All
me
right.
to give you some background. Well, I had Zante's. I had a son, had a home to take care of, and I've always had investment groups.
Nice.
So with a very good friend of mine, Carlos Renner, she's since deceased, we started what was called a New Outlook Women. And it was made of, professional women who wanted to understand investing.
Right.
Buying stocks, so that's what we did.
Nice.
So we had an investment group, and then when she's passed, I had to take a little break because it was a little tough for me. But
Wow.
as I said, I don't know what it's like to have one job.
I love
Okay,
it.
I don't know what it's like, and so I know that my passion is entrepreneurship. So I had a
Nice.
club, and I worked full time.
Nice.
So now there's some folks out there probably saying, "Oh, so she had another job too," while I was in
Yes.
corporate.
Yes.
So I had this business, and I would leave work, and I would be at Zante's at 7 o'clock at night. Didn't leave till 2, and had to be to work at 8, 9 in the morning.
Wow.
So I don't know that experience of having leisure, much more leisure time. And I enjoyed it. I enjoy educating. I enjoy sharing, and I enjoy being a mother and a grandmother.
I love it.
So if I had to trade everything else that I'm doing, I'd be a grandmother first, then a mother.
Oh.
right? Because once you have the grandbaby, it's just like, you know, okay, my son, I took care of you. Now let me take care of her. Let me do her. So it is important that, one, to recognize your purpose. Your life purpose is very important. Because once you identify that, everything around you will fall into place.
Nice.
So leaving corporate and having my own business, I do financial coaching.
Nice.
I love to do interior design.
Oh, really?
Yes, that was my passion, was fashion design.
Okay.
And so when FIT accepted me to join their fashion program, they wanted to put me into textile design, and I didn't want to do textile. So I was blessed when I decided to ask Mr. Jim Kerner if I could join the training program for technology, and it was a done deal. I did the test and I passed. So that's how I got into technology.
Oh, I love it.
And that's how technology outweighed retail merchandising or fashion, because it paid more.
Absolutely. And
So it was about the salary at the time.
Yeah.
But
And sometimes
then-
we have to go for the funds where it is more fiscally beneficial for us.
But it was also a passion.
Right. So
It
that was
also a passion.
perfect.
So it just melded. I wasn't able to tap into my creative side financially, meaning fashion design or retail management. But technology was for me.
Nice.
I believe it was for me. And everything that happens, like I said, is ordained. So the last semester of college is when I changed my career.
Wow. Okay. You know, you talked about always working more than one job. I think that's a problem that a lot of us don't pay attention to or understand. We have to have multiple streams of income. And being an entrepreneur is so important. Everybody can't be a chief, but even if you have a little small sidebar or something going on, that is very important.
You'd be surprised how many non-chiefs are there, have made it, right?
Right, right.
And so I believe the success for that is being focused,
Yes,
you know, knowing what that dream is and being able to realize it.
yes,
When you realize it, then it is part of your ordained purpose, purposes,
yes.
because many of us, and I believe most of us, have more than one purpose.
I agree with that. So you talk about purpose, right? So what can you say is your purpose?
Purposes.
What are your purposes?
Yes. So I believe I have a plethora of purposes. One is to be a mother first.
Okay.
And a mother doesn't necessarily mean to my own son and grandbaby.
Right.
It means a mother to anyone who comes into my universe
Yes.
and who welcomes me into their village.
Right.
So then I can, one, influence them with being reliable, responsible, responsive, respectful.
Right.
Some of the R's that are part of my methodology.
Nice.
Okay? Accountable, committed,
Yes.
trustworthy, sustainable.
Yes. Sustainability is one of my big things. Critical. Because you can jump up and do a little something, but if you can't sustain it, if you can't do something that's going to be effective and efficient and have longevity, then you're not doing the right thing.
Exactly.
So
So back to purposes.
yes.
So I believe that my key purpose, in addition to being a mother, is influencing financial management.
Nice.
Okay? So financial literacy is just a root, but to influence financial management.
Yes.
And my creative side, I will continue to design, build furniture because I love building furniture.
Wow, nice.
I love interior design. Those things bring me joy.
Nice.
You know, it's the things that make your heart sing, make
Yeah.
you feel real fun. That no matter how late you stay up,
Yeah.
you're still enjoying it. You just
Yes.
can't wait to get up the next morning to do it.
Yes.
So that's what I look forward to. And then saving and being able to enjoy life and not live to work,
Right.
but work so you can live,
Right.
right? And most of us don't understand that. You know, the 9-to-5ers, the living paycheck to paycheck, I don't know what that is.
That is a
right?
beautiful
And so
thing.
if I can influence those disciplines, then I know that's another life purpose.
That's a beautiful thing because I find that some people they dread Mondays. Oh, Monday. I can't wait till Friday. You keep living till Friday, you won't enjoy life. I love Mondays. I love Tuesdays. I love Wednesdays. I love Thursdays. I love Friday. I love Saturday. I love Sunday. I love every day because I love what I do. I love my work. I love my fun. People don't think I even have fun, but
And we love you.
thank you.
We love you.
Thank you.
I love what you stand for, and I
Thank
love
you.
what you strive for.
Thank you.
So we need to know when not to hit that snooze button.
Yes.
You know, and when I say that snooze button, it's your snooze button on life,
Right.
right? So saying, oh, I will do it later. We just have to learn how to capture that moment and do it now.
Right.
Because most things that you put off will never get done.
I agree. And I find myself, I used to be like, get stuff done immediately. But you know, with being an ambitious woman, you know, there comes obstacles and there come naysayers. And in order to preserve my sanity and sometimes to preserve their safety and security, sometimes I have had to learn to step back a little, because when I'm doing my thing and I'm pushing and making things happen, I'm a steamroller. And sometimes I try to spare people
Bulldozers
when
good
they
too.
get in a bulldozer. Sometimes I try to spare people who get in my way, because when they get in my way, that energy goes right to them. And,
So
and it's a thing.
I want to speak on that, right?
Speak on that.
So one of the best gifts that you could have is to know when not to absorb that energy.
Right.
So the minute that we discuss or react to it, the minute we're giving it life.
Right.
So I try really hard not to give life to naysayers, to negative energy,
Right.
and strive to attract those positive influences
Right.
that will enhance you.
Right. Those blockers who, when I put my paperwork in, they decide not to submit it. And then they look ridiculous because the people higher up are waiting for my paperwork. You know, so those are some of the things that I have encountered. But because I'm watching Omarosa right now, and I know she is not invited to the cookout, but I am looking at how she dots her I's and crosses her T's. And
She had
I
a
feel,
strategy.
Oh, she's very
She had
strategic.
She had a plan. She had a plan. So I am saying that the jury is out
Yes.
as far as Omarosa is concerned.
Yeah.
Because when you go in with a plan, with a strategy, to know that you have that hidden microphone, to know that you're doing all that stuff, then you weren't with that person in the first place.
Right.
Okay? So there was some plan, and I don't want to be political. I
Right.
just say that the jury is out. God knows what's coming,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we know that Trump would not be in office if it wasn't ordained for him to be there. So we just have to pray for the best to come out of what's happening in the world today, and for each of us to do our best. So if we had everyone doing their best, we probably wouldn't be in this kind of world that we have
I totally
today,
agree.
right?
I think a lot of this is pure neglect. You know, people neglecting their purpose, neglecting their integrity, neglecting their mission, and not being focused on trying to destroy or sabotage others.
I don't think that some people even know what their purpose is.
I don't think. I
think
think they don't know the right purpose, because they think they're supposed to. I'm not going to let that happen, because I know someone who their whole thing, everything they say, everything they do is stopping other people from doing certain things because they didn't come up with the idea themselves.
Well, you have to be comfortable with who you are first.
I agree.
So
A lot of
if
folks
you're not
aren't.
comfortable with who you are, chances are you're going to be looking for everything outside of you. So for me, convergence, and for everyone else, when we begin to give the energy to ourselves and to our own purpose, everything will fall into place. Because moreover, what anyone says about you in a negative way, it's
Right.
only a reflection of their own
I agree.
insecurities, right?
That's right.
So I believe in trying to do my best.
I agree.
My approach for doing my best may not be the most acceptable, because we have our own pattern, we have our own way, we have our own mechanism.
Right.
We're each different. We each have a different fingerprint.
Right.
So my way from here to over there is different than yours. You may take another tour.
Right.
Right. So I'm accepting individuals for exactly who they are.
Yes.
And that's it. I'm
Yep.
not giving them any energy. I'm not going to put any negative thoughts out there for them, because that's where I believe my blessings come.
That is beautiful.
You know,
And
I believe
speaking
that's
of
where it comes.
blessings, let's talk about your organization. That's the blessing, ain't it?
The nonprofit organization, because I have quite a few other
Okay,
profit organizations.
okay.
But today we're going to focus on the core spiritual and wellness, and it's a very long name.
Right.
So CORESSWC is our HTML.
Right.
So our website is CORESSWC.com. We're just conversion back over to the .org because we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Nice.
And the root of our organization came from a group of women who socializing to connect spiritually.
Nice.
And I wanted a little bit more.
Right.
I wanted to touch the village
Yes.
for financial literacy.
Yes.
Strictly for financial literacy. So
Yes.
my passion and my cause and my purpose for the CORESSWC is the spiritual and wellness component, and I chair and co-chair the financial literacy committee.
Right.
We have two other, I'm going to dive into the financial
Yes.
literacy, but we have two other committees.
Yes.
The Abused Women Committee that's chaired and co-chaired by Dr. Kimberly Rowland and
Nice.
Shakira Huggins. So they are the chair individuals for the Abused Women Committee.
Right.
They have their main gala in October 27th. All of that information is on our website. And then we have teen mothers supporting
Nice.
teen moms who need that mentor. You know, they just need someone who has walked in their footsteps.
Yes.
So that's what we offer for the abused women and the teen moms.
Nice.
And it's Shakira Campbell.
Nice.
The other organization, which I chair,
Yes.
is the Financial Literacy Organization.
Yes.
And everyone that's viewing this, anyone that has a friend, we each need to either sustain what we're doing, improve it, or get involved.
Right.
Right? Embrace it. So financial literacy is open to teens.
Yes.
So we believe that those core skills start early.
Yes.
We need to get them early because as we mature and we lose sight of our finances, then it's very difficult for us to plan for contingency. Some folks don't even know what contingency is
No.
for their own operations.
Right.
So what we have is the Financial Discipline Award Program,
Right.
Financial Readiness Academic Program, and we added the Documentary Award Program. So I'll start with the Financial Discipline Award
Yes.
Program. The acronym is FDA.
Right.
That acronym basically represents the passion that all of our members have towards helping teenagers, and we started with the 5th graders through their sophomore year. Last year we had juniors in that program, but we realized that given the purpose of that program to establish a 529 college account
Yes.
for those teenagers or add to
Right.
their existing college account. But more importantly, it was to help that family village
Right.
through their kids
Yes.
to understand and begin to practice financial literacy.
Yes.
Simple process. So the baseline is we challenge these teenagers to compete for money.
Yes. I
to
love it.
add to
Uh-huh.
their existing 529 account or for us to start one for them.
Yes.
Last year the rewards was $2,000.
Yes.
So we raised more money, and so we had 4,000,
Nice.
5,000, almost 6,000.
Nice.
It kept growing. We
Nice.
started with 4,000 through the fundraisers that we have. And it's a challenge for the teenagers because the parents have to be involved,
Yes.
right? The parents have to be involved. So although what we're doing is complementing what is taking place in the schools and at home, they get to win money.
Yes.
Last year, they were encouraged to donate or redeposit any earnings that they had into their account.
Right.
We kept 50%, and the 50% went into their existing account, or we opened a 529 account for them.
Nice.
This year, the pool was much greater.
Yes.
Because we worked harder and we had more donors, we had more sponsors. So in total, we rewarded over 4,000.
Nice.
Over 4,000, because we had a magna and a summa cum laude.
Nice.
Those were those teenagers that excelled in the workshops. So the key to this is challenges. We challenge them to reduce the utility bills in their household,
Right.
gas, water, electric. And this year we added the couponing.
Yes.
And you're a guru on that, so you're going to be leading that for this next year's program.
Yes. Yes, I am.
So we had teenagers who won $500, $300, and $200. Last year, 50% went into their account. This year, because the funds were greater, it was mandatory that 80% went towards their college account.
Wow. Okay.
Towards their college. And so we had 4 different lanes. So in those lanes, there was $1,000 allocated.
Nice.
And then we had the SUMA, and then we rewarded them for being on time, because they had to be on time to the workshops,
Right.
participating in the workshops,
Yes.
and completing some trivia exercises that we had. Those all had points, and those points translated into dollars.
Now talk about how often you meet with
So
them.
we meet monthly, once a month.
Yes.
The program kicks off in January, registration, and then the workshops occur February, March, April, May. Now, some of the kids would like to do it on a different day. We do it on Saturdays, but that's the only viable day.
Right.
So what we may do is we may change the timing.
I love it because I've been involved in this.
And we're blessed to have you in that program.
Thank you, thank you. And I love that, you know, we have scholarships and people write essays, but I think the activities, the practicality of it, what I love about how they have to save and conserve water at home. I am a big proponent of environmental sustainability, environmental stewardship. So with the saving the electric bill, people are like, oh, it's free, you just pay for it. No, there are environmental consequences for running the lights, for
Absolutely.
running the water.
And just to know that
know?
if you turn that water off when you're brushing your teeth.
Yes, that's the
right?
biggest.
Or if you're
to
not
me.
in there taking this long-term shower, right? So that's the Financial Discipline Award program.
Yeah.
But we give them exercises. They learn about the rule of 72. Like how much interest rate do you need to make for your, and when will your money double?
Right.
They learn early about a profit and loss statement
Right.
at, in the 5th grade. They
Yes.
learn how to do their own predicting what they will earn in the future, because you can go online and you can see what is your career. You want to be a dentist, you want to be a teacher. What is the current salary
Yes.
for those teachers?
Yes.
So we help them to do a P&L for today.
Yes.
What is the average rent in the location that you want to live? They go through those exercises.
And it's beautiful because a lot of times people grow up and they don't know any of these practical skills. They watch
Adults
the parents
don't do it today.
They
Most
don't.
adults don't do it.
They don't, and so it's willy-nilly, and it's hard to build wealth that way. You know, and I've been into learning about building wealth since I became an adult in my early 20s, and I think it's important. I'm not going to say I'm a guru like you because you're the expert, you know, but
I live and breathe. I can tell you what I've spent for the month so far, but it's just, but that's because it's a habit.
Right.
It's a habit, right? So as you build those skills and it becomes more habitual to you, then
Yes.
you will be comfortable. You will know, I know I have a vacation account.
Right.
That the funding for vacation only comes out of that vacation account.
That's right. Yes.
But these are skills that have to be taught early.
I agree.
Early, and
And
so that's the
we need
reason.
it.
That's the reason. So the Financial Discipline Award program, and if you go to our website, you will see a lot more detail on it. Go on to services
Yes.
on the website, and you can get details. Now, the other program, the Financial Readiness Academic Program, is, I would say that it is extremely challenging because the judges are tough. The
Right.
questions are tough.
Okay.
So there was, and there is, a rubric measure, designed to manage their responses to those essays. So we still have
Nice.
essay questions, and then they're interviewed
Nice.
and all of the questions are essay related, and
Right.
financial literacy
Right.
related, all on how you manage money today. How do you plan to manage money in the future?
Right.
And they were rewarded. We had $8,500 that was awarded. We had one junior because we changed the program to include the junior with the scholarships.
I'm so glad. Yes.
And from that pool of winners, and no one is a loser
right.
in our program.
Right.
Okay, so if you apply and you passed it, and you made it to our interview,
You're gonna get
exercises,
something.
you're going to get something.
So
So
let
we
me-
had 8 Barnes & Noble's book scholarship.
Nice. Okay.
Our first place winner for the scholarship was $3,000.
Wow. That's great.
Second place was $2,500.
Wow.
Third
Okay.
place was $1,500.
Wow.
And what we did is for the runner-ups, all of those that didn't place first, second, or third, we awarded $200 in Barnes & Noble's book scholarship. From that pool,
Yes.
we did a raffle,
Right.
and we added 2 individuals to our documentary award program. And by default, the winner, the $3,000 winner, is also part of the documentary award program.
I love it.
Real quick, the documentary award
Yes.
program, real quick, I'm going to
Yes.
fast track this.
Okay.
So the documentary award program will follow them through college, and we will allocate
Yes.
awards to them as long as they sustain a
Yes.
B or better
Nice.
in math and language arts.
Okay.
To qualify for the scholarships, they have to demonstrate a financial need.
Right.
And the financial need is represented by their FAFSA.
Nice.
So if they don't have a FAFSA and they're not getting any loans, they don't have a financial need, they can't qualify
Right.
for our scholarships. So the documentary award program, we have 4 members from last year that's in the program.
Right.
They have to earn a B or better in math and language arts and a B plus or better in any subject that is qualified towards their major.
Okay.
And we give them points. We give them points, and so far we have $4,000 to be allocated, and $2,100 that has already been allocated to the participants. So we follow them through college. Our
I love
goal
it. Yes.
is to reduce the debt ratio.
Yes.
My vision is strategically that we can pay off at least one tuition.
I love it. So let me ask you, last minute, what are some of your next upcoming events?
So we have 2 major events
Okay.
upcoming. One October 27th. This is how we raise money.
Yes.
So that we can give these big awards.
Yes.
Until we have the greatest grant writers to help us relax.
Yoo-hoo.
She just volunteered. We're taking it.
Yes.
So anyway, so October 27th is our Unmasking Domestic Violence. It's a gala
Right.
for unmasking domestic violence. Those funds from that gala funds the domestic violence organization 100%. In November, which you are an honoree. You are an honoree. So November 11th, I'm pretty sure it's November 11th.
It's a
November
Sunday.
11th is the Recognition and Appreciation Award ceremony. It will be held at the Mayfair Farms
Yep.
in West Orange from 3 to 7. It is fabulous. You can use this opportunity to surprise someone that you love in your family,
Yes.
and you want to surprise them. You can
Okay.
bring them to the gala. We crown them, and we actually publish why you're honoring them.
Nice.
So that is November 11th.
Yes.
Visit our website. All of that information is on there.
So someone can donate at your website as well?
Absolutely. They can donate before. They can donate now.
Okay.
We don't set a timeline on donations.
Right.
Donations are welcome 24/7.
Yes. So if you have a heart, please donate to CORESS, because there are a lot of great causes that you guys work toward.
Doing a lot of great things. And
Yeah.
like I said, our anniversary, our 501c3 anniversary is December 6th
Wow.
of this year. So
Okay.
our second year, this year we awarded over 17,000 in scholarships. Last year it was 7,000.
Wow.
So our goal is to double those funds every year until we can award one full scholarship.
I love it. I love it. So I just want to say thank you so much, Maritza Brown, for coming on to my show for me to interview you, because I think everyone needs to know what you're doing.
We
And-
are grateful. So on behalf of
Yes.
CORESSWC
Yes.
and yourself,
Thank you.
we are grateful to
Yes.
be able to share this information.
Great. Thank you all for tuning in to We the Village.